Hey, good morning, guys. Dave Beamer here. Me in Georgia. Say good morning, Georgia. Out for a little stroll this morning, Tuesday morning, and it's a little sticky here in Louisville. Humidity's up. So, wanted to talk to you guys again. I got a lot of response about yesterday. Got some great private messages, a couple responses about from small business owners about. And some friends actually who were kind of doing some independent solo things about this idea that I talked about yesterday about marketing and sales actually being the same thing. So I got a bunch of messages about, hey, how do you figure that they're different? Because I mentioned that they're two different things yesterday. And so marketing and sales and marketing being the exact same thing. And talking about yesterday more specifically your ideal client. So I just want to unpack this a little bit for you this morning. I know I told you today I'd talk about sales, but I'm going to actually go back to marketing because it's actually probably more important than sales in the sense that if you don't get them to you, you're never actually going to be able to close the deal. And so in referencing marketing, I remember being in business and what felt like sitting and waiting, right? This belief that my quality and what I did and my small network of people that I had at the time would allow people to find me when they needed me, right? As long as you knew about me, you would come to me when you needed me, right? And it was this very unpredictable way of doing business. It created a lot of angst, created a lot of anxiety, and created a lot of worry for me as a small business owner because I had no idea what was going to come in my door and when it was going to come in my door. It was very unpredictable. And I'll share with you, it also felt very unpredictable to my team. So the folks that relied on me to get work in the door, it was inconsistent. I was relying on a lot of other sources beyond things that I had control over, beyond things that I was planning, working, reflecting, and course correcting on in order to make sure that it worked or didn't work, right? I didn't have a plan. So marketing is this. This is how I unpack and understand marketing for me. Marketing is your ability as a small business owner, as an individual, to go out and get in front of the folks that are perfect for your business, right? Building those relationships ahead of time before you need them. Knowing exactly who your ideal client is so that you kind of know who you're hunting, if that makes sense. If you've got hunters out there, and I don't mean like hunting people, right? So like your ability to go out and find the people that you're looking for that are your ideal client, people that you need in your business. If you don't have a plan, if you're not doing that ahead of time, right, which is marketing, right, which is going out and getting in front of people ahead of time, letting them know about your business, connecting with them, telling them your story. And I was talking back and forth with a business owner yesterday who does they do water features in yards, right? Well, not telling the story about what they do and why it's important and their artwork. I mean, these are beautiful pieces of artwork when they're finished. But you've got to get out, you've got to tell people about it so that you have a following, right? So that you have people who are interested in what you have to offer. You're not relying on it just to show up one day, hopefully that enough people know about you that when they need you, they're going to call you, because that's just not true. And it's not predictable, right? You can't replicate it. You can't measure it. You can't say, because I did these 3 or 4 things, it gave me 7 or 8 people to choose from to do business with. See, that's a mindset thing, right? It was like, I'll just do business with whoever comes in the door because they've got money. And ultimately, that's what I wanted was money, right? In order to be profitable. And that's just not true, right? So when you get to the point where you know who your ideal client is, you can select the right people for your business because you've got enough lead generation coming in the door. You can actually choose who you want your client to be. And guess what? When you're able to do that because you put work in on the front end, marketing your business, it's a hell of a lot more satisfying to do business because you're actually connecting with people that appreciate you and you appreciate them being there, right? Providing. And here's the other thing. For the folks of you that have teams that you're running, they're going to be a lot more confident. They're going to be a lot more secure. They're going to be a lot more certain, and they're going to do a better job for you on your team when you've constantly got business coming in that's predictable. They're not questioning where's the next paycheck going to come from. You know, what are we going to do? Am I going to have to pack our tools up and leave? Right? In the automotive space, it was always, you know, going from shop to shop to the busiest shop. Right? Just this constant vicious circle, because nobody knows how to predictably generate leads in that space. Right? They relied on the same sources for years and years and years and years and years. Construction workers, you guys, it's the same thing. Right? I've got several of you guys that I talk to on a consistent basis. When you talk about your ideal client, right? A couple of you are like, hey, you know, just whoever calls me to do housework. Come on, guys. You guys know what you're good at. You know what you love doing. Do that, right? If you're really good at doing additions, room additions, do room additions. If you're really good at doing bathrooms and kitchens, tell that story. Do that kind of work. But you've got to seek out those people ahead of time, not just wait for them to come to you. That's the art and science of marketing. It's creating a predictable customer base coming to you so that then you can sell them. Then you can close them. And that is a whole different skill set. Marketing, selling, two completely different things. Predictably getting work coming to you so that you can choose who you want to do work for. That's successful marketing. Predictable. Over and over and over again. The ideal client coming to you because of the work you're doing to get in front of them. So that's the difference in sales and marketing. When we talk about your ideal client, guys, I just talked to you about construction workers, like plumbers, electricians, all you guys. Got a bunch of you guys as well. Like, you know, if you do commercial, you know if you do residential, right? Those are two completely different animals. You know that, right? Market to the people you want to do business with. Don't just settle for a dollar. You're going to be miserable the entire time. Your marketing is going to be all over the place. It's going to be a mixed message to the people you're trying to reach. You got to be clear. You got to be crystal clear on what you're doing, what your value add is, why you're different, right? Tell the story about the people that are happy with your business. Get out in front of those people. If you need help with this stuff, call me. Reach out to me. I love this stuff. Like, I'm super passionate about it. Otherwise, I wouldn't be talking about it every morning at 5 o'clock in the morning, right? I'm not out here. I mean, I like walking the dog, but here's the truth, guys. I screwed this stuff up a lot, big time. But I also figured it out. If you're interested, call me. Reach out to me. Private message me. I'd love to talk to you about it. It's Tuesday. Choose to make the rest of this week a good week. Interact with your customers. Love on your family. As a matter of fact, when you think about marketing like this. Do you remember dating your wife? Like, do you remember pursuing her? Men, right? Women that are on here. You remember what it felt like to be pursued by your husband, right? When you were in date mode, right? When you're courting. That's marketing, right? Convincing, getting out in front of, showing your wife why you're the right one, right? That's marketing. Guys, it's the same way with your kids, right? If you want a great relationship with your kids, guess what? It doesn't happen in the moment. If you're not pouring into them on a daily, consistent basis, there's not going to be anything in that account when you need to draw from it. I get the most joy and the most space and clarity when I'm with my kids and I'm with my family. They're the reason I do it. They're the reason I do it. They're the reason I push so hard. And I bet the same is true for you. But here's the thing. It can't just be once a month, right? It can't be this huge grand slam home run, or we're going to go on a vacation to God knows where, right, for a week, and that fixes everything. Everything that you screwed up the other 358 days a year, right? You got to be predictable. You got to be consistent. And it's hard. It's hard. But it is really, really simple. Give me a call. Make it an awesome week, guys. See ya.